Assalamualaikum and a very good day everyone. So today we are from Group E are going to present about our problem-based learning PBL1. So this is our group members which consists of 4 people. The first presenter is me, Hani Zulaika Fitri binti Yusri, and my matric number is 275397. The second presenter is Farah Nuliana binti Muhammad Syari. The third presenter is Romaizatul Izwani binti Abdul Halim. And the last presenter is Tarminturan anak lelaki Bishrish Kumar. So these are the contents that we are going to present. I'm going to present about the introduction, which is about the overview of the business entity, the problem statement, and also the fishbone diagram. The business entity for our group is a grocery store. The grocery store that has been chosen to complete this task is called Kedai Runcit Pak Umar. Kedai Runcit Pak Umar is owned by a 50-year-old owner, Mr. Umar bin Khalif, also known as Pak Umar by his regular customers. Pak Umar has operated this grocery store for almost 18 years, which started in 2003. Kedai Runcit Pak Umar is located in Simpang 3 Kampung Kawah, Pasir Mas, Kelantan on his own shop lot. Kedai Runcit Pak Umar is a typical grocery store that sells fresh produce such as meats, fish, vegetables, and many more household items. To conclude, Kedai Runcit Pak Umar sells a full range of household, healthcare, and also personal care items. Next, I'm going to talk about the staff in Kedai Runcit Pak Umar. Currently, Pak Umar is employing 3 other staff to help him to operate the business. So there are 4 staff including Pak Umar himself in the Kedai Runcit Pak Umar. The salary for the 3 staff is around 600 until 700 ringgit Malaysia per person because all the staff is part-time workers. So there are no EPF and SAKSA included in their salaries. Next, Pak Umar handles and manages his business by recording all of the sales manually. For example, recording the daily sales manually by jotting down the sales in the sales book and calculated by only using a calculator. However, there are some transactions that he did not put in the sales book. He said that normally he will not record any items below 5 ringgit Malaysia in the sales book considering it is not material enough to be recorded in the sales book. Due to this reason, Pak Umar failed to find out the real profits that he could get from his daily sales. He just assumes all of the money that he got at the end of the day as his profits. Besides that, Pak Umar kept all of his store inventories in a store owned by himself which he only checked once a week. Due to these reasons, the number of items being kept in the store is inconsistent which can lead to the inventory shortage. Some of the items may be enough or not enough at all to be restocked in his Kedai Runcit. Pak Umar also admits that he did not always update the inventories that he buys in the book, and the workers there rarely count the stocks left on the racks after the customers purchase the items. As a result, the inventories that he has at the moment are not the same as in the book. Next, I'm going to talk about the problem statement for this business entity. As the business grows, Pak Umar is facing many challenges to sustain the business in order to maintain the cash flow of the business. There are some causes to the challenge that he faced in order to sustain the business, such as management, inventory, and also procedures. Under the management, Kedai Runcit Pak Umar did not have a proper record of sales transactions. All of the transactions are recorded manually in the sales book. This can cause inconsistency in data entry and create more rooms for error. It is also time-consuming and also lack of security. Next, some of the transactions that are not considered material are not recorded in the sales book. As I have mentioned earlier, Pak Umar normally would not record any items below 5 ringgit in the sales book considering it is not material enough to be recorded. Besides, the sales are calculated by only using a calculator. While under the inventory, there are lack of inventory data records, inefficiency in handling the inventories, and also Kedai Runcit Pak Umar did not implement the correct method in handling his inventories, such as using the EOQ method. Lastly, the procedure, where the bills and receipts are kept and filed poorly. Pak Umar said that he only kept all of the bills and receipts that he received in the drawers in the grocery store, which can cause it to be damaged, lost, or misplaced. Next, I'm going to explain about the fishbone diagram. Based on this fishbone diagram, we can clearly see that one by one the causes of a problem in order to identify its roots. So the problem in this diagram is failure in discovering the actual business profit daily. And we can see the causes easily on each of the errors which based on the problem statement. Okay, that's all from me and I will pass the next presentation to the next presenter.
My name is Farah Liliana binti Muhammad Syari, metric number 275754, and I'm going to present about the project analysis, which consists of project scope and project constraints, and the other one is the fact finding and interview session. The goal or mission of this project is to improve the business cycle of the entity that we approach, which is a small convenience store, Kedai Runcit Pak Omar in Kelantan. Particularly the system that Kedai Runcit Pak Omar uses to manage all their daily data. The project scope includes a certain system that Kedai Runcit Pak Omar should implement to ensure that all past and current mistakes and the problems are resolved, as well as to improve the quality of the entity's business operations. The system that we have chosen and suggested to Kedai Runcit Pak Omar is the point of sale system, POS. Kedai Runcit Pak Omar faces lots of problems and challenges while running their business. The problems faced by them is they did not have a proper record of sales transaction. Kedai Runcit Pak Omar does not have any automatic system that can record their daily sales transaction, so they are using a manual system instead. By recording the daily sales transaction in the book, they just calculated their sales manually by calculator, and this makes them not know their exact and actual profit daily. Besides, they also face problems while running their daily business, such as their shortages of stock. As informed by the employee of Kedai Runcit Pak Omar, they do not know how much of their actual stocks are left, because whenever customers come to buy things from the store, the cashier just records the price by not counting the stock left on the racks. This seems really stressful for them to operate their business every day. As for this project, we agreed to suggest the point of sale system, POS, to Kedai Runcit Pak Omar after we made some analysis about their business due to lots of errors, problems, and challenges faced by them. This system will make it easier for them to operate their business daily. The point of sale system, POS, is the system where the customers pay for the products or services that the business provides. Point of sale systems facilitate the completion of a business transaction between a customer and a business. By using point of sale system, POS, there are so many advantages that can help Kedai Runcit Pak Omar to operate their business daily smoothly. The point of sale system can have a positive effect on a business. Second, enables to think more analytically and prepare more effectively. And last but not least, increase business efficiency. There are several constraints that we face in developing the system that will help Kedai Runcit Pak Omar to be operated and well managed. Firstly, in order for us to run this point of sale system, they obviously need equipment, especially computers, to be placed at the cashier spot. As we plan to deal with a computerized system, they need a computer to run the point of sale software so that the management will operate well. Furthermore, the other constraints faced by Kedai Runcit Pak Omar is they lack people or skilled employees to handle the system well, and this system will be a new one to Kedai Runcit Pak Omar after they run it. The management needs to learn more about the point of sale system before they can run it smoothly, or otherwise they need to hire an employee which has a special privilege on handling this system. The employee who will deal with the systems need to be assisted by someone who is familiar with the point of sale system, as the potential misstatement to happen is higher when using the computerized system, because this is a new system for them and they are not familiar yet with the system. So these are the questions that we asked from the staff to use it for our analysis. Firstly, we asked him to introduce to us about Kedai Runcit Pak Omar. Then, we want to know about the system that had been used by Kedai Rancha Pak Umar. To get more details, we asked him how did they manage the inventories and is there any procedure that is needed when the stock wants to be restocked.
Hi, my name is Roma Satanizwani binti Abdalim. My matric number is 275614. I'm going to continue the presentation. First of all, I will explain about project usability of POS system. In the design of POS system, we have to be made aware that they vary in at least one decisive way from other more traditional applications. Whereas in a normal web or mobile apps in a POS system, the target is often offline. In high-pressure real-life environments, cashier use POS system. Operators have the problem of rapidly checking out buys or queues of customers and are unhappy with the customers. More than aspiration is efficiency. More of the cashier will interview explain how real anxiety grows with each new customer waiting. After all, the POS software is just a tool used in interactions between human and human. The aim of POS system designer is to ensure that users have a tool that helps them as quickly and accurately as possible. This essentially means reducing the biggest obstacle to usability. In order to achieve this aim, it is important to understand in the first place how queues form. There are two forms which is, first of all, a customer has to check out a certain amount of time. That's the average time a transaction takes. Secondly, in the absence of a normal mechanism, there are irregular transactions and circumstances. These are extraordinary and appear to be shop or chain specific. Furthermore, these exceptional circumstances are very diverse and trigger transaction delays. Next, I will explain about the cost. So how much are you supposed to budget for your sales point? The brief reply is that it depends. Pricing for POS device varies greatly according to the company size, sales volume, and requirements. As you can see in the slide, the most expensive item is laptop, and for the total cost will be 6,650. As for subscription of POS system, you only have to pay around 300 monthly. For the other details of the cost, you can see it in the slide. Even it seems a little bit expensive, but this item will become your non-current asset that will last for many years and worth your spending. Next, I will explain about the benefit of POS system. For the tangible benefit of POS system are, firstly, efficiency improvement. Your cashier are more effective if they have the right resources to help how they function. Cannot you expect a carpenter without a hammer and nails to build a building, right? Don't expect your workers to reduce checkout times if the right tools, like a barcode scanner and a POS system, are not provided to them. Secondly is use facility, because analog technology is still being used behind us. Cash registers are being used. Everything is digital today and it's all touchscreen. Third is capacity for expense payment. POS benefit also include ability to accept various forms of payment easily, including debit or credit card, mobile payments, and etc. You will raise sales by allowing your customer to use various types of payment. Next is higher precision. An easy-to-use touchscreen sales system provide all the details the sales partner and cashier needs. Lastly, ease of accounting. A sales point structure allows the accounting process to be streamlined. In the old-fashioned cash register, accountants are required to sort hundreds of receipts, but you can print reports and in many cases directly import data from your accounting software using the POS scheme. As for intangible benefit, firstly, POS system have quick service. Want to wait in long lines? Neither do we, nor your clients. POS technology helps you to take advantage of the checkout experience to engage clients and ensure that they leave their brands with a positive impression. Other than that, receipt details. POS systems supply more accurate receipt for the customer than a paper slip with the dates and volume of the transaction. This will make your customer have trust in your service because they know the details about what they have bought and it makes them come back to the store. Next is about schedule data, which we start at 28 March 2021 will form a group name. After that, we identify the problem, then we define project scope and constraint for 4 days, start to April 2021. And then we make an interview with our client, which is Kedai Rancha Pak Umar. Then, after the interview, we analyze the data that we got from the interview. After that, we evaluate facility of task and it takes around 7 days. Then we review the report. If everything okay, we proceed with our slide presentation and next is presentation in class. After the presentation, we have to do system analyze requirements that take around 14 days, and then we do the system design, and lastly is system implementary that will take around 19 days. That's it from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Feasibility studies. Operational feasibility. Operational feasibility is a measure of efficiency of a proposed system. This system solves the problems and it will make benefits of the opportunities recognized during the scope definition and the method it uses to satisfy the requirements in the analysis phase of the system development. By implementing point of sale system, all the data such as records of the transaction and details until the closure of the shop to be stored precisely in the POS system. This system will also include all the information about stock and details of the labels and includes the price of the groceries in the shop. Technical feasibility. The technical feasibility studies access the details of the method of the product delivery or the service to the customer. Before a system is developed, a technical feasibility study had to be carried out to identify the potential impact and challenges the system may encounter technically based on the requirements and goals. The POS system helps the shop access if the technical resources meet the capacity and probability of technical team can convert the ideas into working system. This feasibility also include evaluation of the software and hardware requirements of the proposed system. Economic feasibility. Economic feasibility is a kind of cost-benefit analysis of the examined project which shows the possibilities to implement it. We also should ensure that the gains are more than the cost of the investment. It is important as we want to ensure the system can be used for a longer period and work efficiently. POS will increase the efficiency of the management where it will reduce most of the financial costs and increase customer satisfaction. Schedule feasibility. Schedule feasibility is defined as the probability of a project to be completed within its scheduled time limits by a planned due date. Besides that, we also must avoid compressing a project schedule as it will also increase cost for that business. We have estimated this project can be done in 2 months. This means it is estimating how long time will be taken to develop and whether it can be completed in each time using some methods. Recommendations. First and foremost, Kedai Runcit Pak Umar should start implementing an automatic computer system to record all the data in the shop operations such as stock inflow and outflow, salaries for the workers and prices for the groceries. The main issue which was faced by the Kedai Runcit Pak Umar were they did not have a proper record of sales transaction. This problem can be resolved by implementing point of sale system. A POS system is made up of hardware and software that works together to process sales and payment transactions at the point of purchase. This will help the shop to save the data precisely rather than manual entries. Besides that, the team recommend to update the daily business sales into a system to overcome the shortages of stock. Kedai Runcit Pak Umar are also recommended to use FIFO method for their stock recording. This is because it can help to avoid the products from reaching its expiry date. To do so, it will help increase the efficiency of the business operation and saving the cost of the business. Thirdly, Kedai Runcit Pak Umar is also suggested to use online platform such as Shopee, Lazada or own website to engage in selling activities. This is mainly because of the time saving and social distancing during this pandemic time. It also helps the seller to reduce the processing cost. By this, the shop can widen the customer cycles such as customers from other states. The online selling will definitely satisfy the customers because of the time saving and access to more products. Lastly, Kedai Runcit Pak Umar can create an app which can scan the barcode on every product and directly calculate the total amount the customer had to pay. This can reduce time of the customers and go for cashless transactions. Customers can scan the item's barcode in the app developed by the shop and check the price details. Once the customer finishes shopping, the app can calculate the total payment including taxes the customers had to pay. The customers can make the payment either by barcode or online transaction via debit or credit payments or online transactions. This method is to increase the regular and permanent customers by giving them an account in the shop.